for my applied communication class is about public speaking. Not only is it about public speaking, it is public speaking. I have been asked to do an informative speech on a topic that relates to the material that I have studied in class over the last 5 weeks. I must write out an outline and speech and then present it to a group of 4 or more adults to receive credit. And if that doesn't sound horrifying enough, the speech must be videoed and then uploaded to YouTube so that my instructor can grade it. Does that sound scary to you? It does me. I am terrified to stand before a group for any kind of speech or presentation. When I looked at my grading rubric on day 1 and saw that there was a speech involved, I was mortified. I thought to myself, how will I ever pull this off? And as week 5 got closer and closer, I became more and more anxious. I kept asking myself, why am I so scared to do this? How can I possibly be this terrified of giving a speech to only 4 people, all of which know me pretty well? They're not even strangers to me. And after I had asked myself that question for about 100th time, I realized that I should give my speech on why are we so terrified of public speaking. So for the next 5 minutes or so, I would like to discuss with you a few of the reasons why we are so terrified of public speaking, ways to cope with our fear of it, and a few reasons as to why we should work to become better public speakers. My book for this class, called Real Communication by Dan O'Hare and Mary Lehman, contains a quote from Jerry Seinfeld. It says that he once joked, according to most studies, people's number 1 fear is public speaking. Number 2 is death. This means that to the average person, if you go to a funeral, you'd be better off in the casket than doing eulogy. So why are we so afraid of public speaking? I'm obviously not the only one in America with that fear. It's quite the opposite, really. According to Psychology Today, 75% of people experience pounding hearts and sweaty palms when they think about getting in front of an audience, just when they think about it. I think the reason we are so afraid of public speaking is our fear of failure. What if I trip going on and off stage? What if I totally screw up a word or a bunch of words? It's that feeling of all eyes on you and you feel like people are just waiting for you to fall on your face. So the question I have for you is, how do we overcome this fear of public speaking? The first step to overcoming any fear is to face it. And as you face your fear, you must also realize that in reality, your audience does not want to see you fail, they actually want to see you succeed. Especially in a professional setting, you would not have been chosen to speak if the event organizers did not value your expertise. You have to look at it as an opportunity to share your knowledge with your audience, and this fact alone can help calm the anxiety and give a boost of confidence. The next thing to remember is to not expect perfection. We are all human and we all make mistakes. The key to success is to keep going gracefully after the mistake is made. The audience will likely not notice unless you point out your mistake. And lastly, it is important to remember that no one was born a great public speaker. Yes, some people are more comfortable with an audience than others, but public speaking is a learned skill, one that anyone can practice and get better at. And in conclusion, I would like to share with you some information I found in Forbes magazine. It listed 5 reasons why you should work to improve your public speaking skills, and I think it's an interesting way to approach public speaking. Number 1, to be viewed as a leader. Most people are scared to speak in public, so in doing so, you are demonstrating bravery and leadership ability for stepping up to do something most people fear. It increases your exposure. Number 2, public speaking gives you the opportunity to communicate your message to several people at once. Number 3 is to gain trust. If you are able to deliver your message genuinely and effectively, you will gain your audience's trust. Number 4, to reduce your competition. So many of your competitors are afraid to speak in public, and you actually use this to your advantage to draw in potential clients. And finally, to accomplish something great, number 5, taking on and overcoming any challenge is empowering and boosts your confidence and self-esteem. Public speaking represents an opportunity for growth and success for us all, both individually within ourselves and professionally in our careers. And this concludes my message, and I thank you all for taking the time to support me on this project.
Good job.
Yay, you can see how long it was.
How long the application?
Is it 5 minutes?
I hope so.
Yeah.